Hi everybody, this is Diane. I have quite a bit done on this Woodlands themed journal with the Jackie High Tree um, book. It's a book, yes, it's a book. I'm just feeling a little scattered, and so that's not a good sign for doing a video. But I need some tags and cards to put into the pockets. I'll just show you a little bit of what you may not have seen. I took my Mrs. Coggs Woodlands flashcards. Are they Mrs. Coggs or are they Old Design Shop? I think they're Old Design Shop. Anyway, I made little pockets out of those, and so I'll be putting just some journal cards, like the printable ones, I'm sure will go in there. Something like that. You saw that. So I need a tag in here. I did make some last night. I took some file folders, just like that, and cut them into 3 by 6.5 inch, and whatever the 6.5 inch left behind. What is that? That is about 5.5 inches, almost 5.5 inches. So I have these two sizes of tags, and I stamped the background with one of my background stamps. It's a crackle. And I used Distress Archival ink so it wouldn't smear when I put Mod Podge on because I used napkins, or a napkin. I had this one napkin. I must have gotten it in a Happy Mail, or maybe, yeah, I didn't buy this one, but somebody sent it to me. And it has lots of images on it on just one napkin, so I was able to make quite a few, and you saw I had some left over. I didn't put the crackle. That was the first one I did, and I didn't put the crackle on that one. I could probably put it on top, but I don't need it on. I like it plain like that. So I got quite a few. I'm not done with them. I'll have to distress the edges and put something in the top. I got this Euro hook, I think is what it's called. This is by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's a punch. Oh, this one had the printing on the folder right up here, so I just cut one of the journal cards and covered it. So it makes like a hanger hook, like you would see on packaging. Oh, it's pretty close to the top there. It's a little crooked, so I have to get the knack of using this. I got it a while ago, well, a few weeks ago, I would say, at least, and then forgot about it. So I don't know if I like it on these or not. What do you think? I will do something to the tops of those tags. Let's just pick one to put right in this. Or would it look better with a smaller one? Yep, I think that looks a little better. The other one fits, but you don't need to go all the way to the top. I did my collaging on my envelopes and used my die cut leaves that Celeste sent me. Thank you, Celeste. And I used my Woodlands Animals embossing folder, and I had to cut it. It had another character on here, but that's too wide for this little book, so I cut it, made a tuck spot, and I took the other little character and made another tuck spot. I did some gluing to a coffee dye glassine bag and put that on as a pocket. Just added some fabric patches up there. So I guess that's about what I've done. So I do have some pockets that need tags, and like I said, I made these, but I have a couple more journals to make, so I'm gonna make some other styles. I also did this one, which I used my distress sprays on, and this stamp. And the distress archival ink goes through. Even this tag, it's a white shipping tag, and it goes through, which I don't mind. I use that for the crackle too, and it goes through. But I like the grungy look on these. Didn't go through on that one. I wonder why. It's not going through. I'm not sure where that came from, because this is not the same pattern. Anyway, this went through definitely. But it might be because I wet the tag with my inks. So I've got a bunch of stuff here that I'm going to play with as far as decorating these tags. I have these white vintage shipping tags, and I pulled out the really grungy ones. Some of them were grungier than others. And it's a Woodlands, so I like the grungy look. And yet, if I'm going to do this to it, I don't want to waste the grungy ones on that, because it covers it up. So I have some of the more grungy and some of the less grungy. Let's just see what we have here that we can play with. I've got stamps, and I have things to glue on. And I've got my little container here with my little pieces that I can use. I'm just going to see what's in this tray with the bigger pieces. That's going to make a nice tag. I put one similar to that in another pocket. Oh, so there's some journaling cards. Okay. All right, now I know what's in there. Sometimes I get stuff out, and I have so much stuff that I forget some of it that I have out. I just cut these images out of a vintage magazine, and they're just so beautiful. The colors are so vibrant. I thought maybe I would just use some of them in a collage on one of these tags. And I do have a couple pieces of Woodlands colored mulberry paper in here. I don't remember why it's in here, but it's in here. Looks kind of weird. Let's try cutting around it a little bit. Saturday here as I'm doing this. I did not do my weekly collage just because I just didn't feel like it. I woke up with a headache, and yeah, I think I like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. So I've just been I've been doing stuff, but nothing that causes me any kind of stress whatsoever. Not that the collages cause me stress, they don't. I just didn't feel like doing the video with the collage. So I didn't do one. I'll catch up. Now, let me see if there's something in my little container here that I can add down here. I have these cute little bunnies that I cut out of a book. That looks cute. Maybe I'll put all three of them on here. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just too much. I like this one that's leaping in the air. My son and his wife and daughter are coming over this evening, dinner time, and we're going to go to a local barbecue place and get some supper, and then they're going to come back here and we're going to watch a movie on Disney Plus for my birthday. He asked me what I wanted to do, and I've been wanting to watch Cruella with Emma Stone on Disney Plus, but it was $30 and I couldn't justify doing that. So I thought, well, for my birthday we can all get together and watch it. And my daughter's still in Florida and she already watched it with her family. And then I went to check it out, after my son, agreed to that plan. I went to check out the movie, and I've waited long enough that you don't have to pay for it anymore. So we just get to watch the movie tonight. And I did tell him that I wanted to, watch the movie and go out for ice cream after. But he forgot about that part, so he said he has some dessert. He said, I've got dessert covered. I said, well, are we going out for ice cream? He said, oh, I forgot about that. I had something else in mind. So I'm like, oh, okay, we'll do what you had in mind. I don't know what it is, but he knows me. He knows what I like. So my birthday is being celebrated. I don't know if I mentioned this. I know I talked about going out with my sisters the day before my birthday. Oh, we went to our favorite chicken restaurant. It's Curly's Chicken House. We've gone there ever since we were kids. That was we call it our family restaurant because that's where we like to go to celebrate things. And so we went there. We went there for Barbara's birthday. We went there for Annette's birthday. Those are my sisters. And I wanted to go there for my birthday. So we went, and it was one of those hot days. I told you we were having some heat advisory days, and we were informed that they didn't have their rotisserie ovens on because it was too hot. That's what this restaurant is famous for. That's what we go there for. So I was extremely disappointed. I was like, but it's my birthday. You have to have them running. So I guess I've never been there on a super hot day because I guess that's their standard practice. When it's really hot and humid, they don't run those rotisserie ovens. So I got chicken and biscuits, which was good. But anyway, that was the day before my birthday. Then yesterday was my birthday, and I was here all day by myself, which was fine. I wasn't sitting around feeling sorry for myself. It's just I've got 3 separate celebrations, and nobody could do it on my birthday. So I just was here by myself, but I got a steak out of the freezer and I grilled a steak for my birthday. I did some work in here. I did some cleaning, and I did some work in here on this journal. And I also spent some time relaxing. So it was a nice quiet day. It was a hot one, so I stayed inside. It's temperature is dropping now, so hopefully I'll be able to mow my lawn on Monday because it needs it. Oh, and then when my daughter gets back from Florida, she's coming home either Sunday or Monday. So sometime after that, when we can, we are going to do something for our birthdays, because her birthday is the day before mine. So I have her gifts, she has mine, and I don't know what we're going to do, but I know we'll do something. So I get 3 birthday celebrations, just not on my actual birthday. People want me to know that I'm loved, and they don't want me to, you know, like when my daughter left for Florida, she told Billy, my son, to take good care of me while she was gone, and she must have said something about my birthday, because he doesn't usually ask me, what do you want to do for your birthday? That's not him. He's all game for, doing something, but he doesn't think about things like that. So she told him probably to make sure I wasn't alone for my birthday, because she wasn't around. They look out for me. And my birthday's a hard time of year because it was just 5 days later that my husband passed away. So I get feeling sad in August, and this year, in just a few days, will mark 5 years. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm not done. Do I want to put this on? Does it need that? I'm not sure. I think I like it without it. I just love those colors. I talked a lot more about my birthday than I really intended to. So, sorry about that. This is a crafting video, not a let's celebrate Diane's birthday video. Because to me, birthdays anymore aren't that big a deal. I used to look forward to my birthday because my husband would treat me like I was special, Some years, not every year. It didn't always work that way. He worked very hard. But now my kids and my sisters make sure I feel special. But birthday is not a big deal to me because I'm old now and I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't care about my birthday. I don't care about adding another year. I think you know what I mean. There were some big bright chrysanthemums in the middle of these leaves on that magazine page, but you don't find chrysanthemums in the woods. They're not wildflowers. hoping cutting that out would open up that hole. I'll just punch it because I don't want to lose the metal ring there. But I guess I'll lose the metal ring. I'll just punch a hole there. Ooh. Come on, come on, come on, pick it up. Let's try that again. I guess I'm just going to leave that white. I'll just ink it because I just couldn't make myself line it up right. Oh, I still have some of those pretty acorns. There, you can still see the metal. So I started that whole saga to tell you that my son and his family were coming over, and my granddaughter is with her great aunt right now on her mother's side of the family. So she's going to be getting dropped off before my son and his wife are available. But I think I have time to finish this video. That's what I was trying to say. Because I'm not sure what time. I was told somewhere around 4:30, and it is 3:55 right now. I think they look pretty, but I just love those colors. And I love the highlights. They just look so shiny and pretty. So I will probably do another tag with this, but you don't need to watch me try to figure that out. I will move on to something else. I'm going to do some inking, or spraying, which I guess is inking. And this one, I'm going to use some yellow and orange. These are Distress Oxide Spray, Mustard Seed, and Carved Pumpkin. I'm checking to make sure I didn't spray over the box, because I hold it up. I don't want to get too close down there and get too much on the tag. So I tend to hold it up, and then I feel like it's going over the top. This is vintage photo, so I want to just use a little bit of that. Doesn't take much of that to kind of overpower. So now I need to use yellow again. That got buried. Okay. Then I'm going to stamp on top of that after it dries. orange seems to just spray in spots and not a mist like the other ones do. I'm going to try it again. I think it's because I'm pressing it too lightly, so I'm not allowing it to get to the mist part of the spray, I guess. This is just to get off any moisture that might still be there. And I'll mist another one and let this dry just a little bit before I stamp on it. This one I think I will use orange and green. Iced spruce, and I have peeled paint. Let's try this one. See, that's got a nice coverage. And instead of spraying, I'm going to just try dropping some spots on there. Just a little bit of a spray. Okay, that's subtle enough. Before I do that, I'm going to make those orange spots spread out a little just by spraying it with water. And I lost most of the green, so just add a little bit of green. And I'm just going to let that dry. I'll do some more tags like this off camera, but where'd that little cloth go? This is actually a paintbrush wiping cloth that my mother had when she moved, and I ended up with a couple packages of it. And I always forget about them, but it's paint wipes, it says. And they have a scent to them, but they're dry. So I don't want to use baby wipes on this, so I pulled this out. And paper towels have a pattern on them, even if it's just a texture. that it would show up on there if I wiped it with that. So that's why I pulled that out. Now, what kind of stamps do I have? I have this one, which would be quite nice. And I have some other weeds, things you might find in the forest. I have this bird. I looked for my slightly larger stamps. That one's a big one. These are slightly bigger than some of the others. I think I want to go with that one. Let's see how that looks. This is my archival ink, distress ink, ground espresso. Oh, that's right. That's a Stampin' Up! Stamp. One of the old ones. It doesn't stick to the block. It's very annoying when you get it to stick and then you press it on the ink and then you go like this and it drops. So I just use a glue stick. Their new ones aren't like that. They had complaints apparently. That looks nice. I'm going to go out to the restaurant with inky hands again. That's okay. Yep, I like that tag. I might put a word on there. Let me see. What did I do? I used to have the Tim Holtz stickers. I know I have them, the little word stickers, the little tiny type or whatever they're called. I just don't know where I put them when I rearranged, so I guess I'll look for them later. But I might put one up here, a word or a phrase. Let's see how this one's doing. So we know the distress oxide inks oxidize, or they look like they're oxidized. You can see that here with the sprays also. See just that nice oxidation look. And this almost looks like granite here. That's really pretty. Let's see. Maybe I'll add a bird to this one. Oh, unfortunately, that little spot is right on his beak. I don't know if I can do anything about that. Probably just make it worse. Well, it cleaned the spot away, the big dot. But now I have to get that look all over the tag. I don't want to lose that oxidized and granite look there, so I'm just going to do it around the edges. That looks okay, right? Doesn't look like he has a nut stuck on his beak. Alright, so that's these two tags. I've done two collage or glued. This one isn't really collage because it's just one piece glued on there, but it's so pretty. This one has a collage on it. I actually like this one better. And these two. So let's take one that is more distressed looking. These two, look at how they're clean. I wiped them with a baby wipe when I first got them, but so these were like on top. These were just cards in a flea market or an antique mall. They were in the back with a bunch of office supplies, and they were just kind of laying on a shelf. It was a political office, a county office or something that had closed or moved or whatever, and they took all there were file cabinets and all kinds of stuff back there, and these were just back there. I sold a bunch of them because I had so many of them. And the things that were on top of the piles got more distressed looking. So I think they're really cool. I love them. I wonder how the mushroom stamps would do on these. If I could do a nice, here they are, a nice arrangement of some of these mushroom stamps. There's a bigger one. Wonder where that one is. Hope I didn't lose it. I love that one. There, I think I'll just do that. Maybe I should do some in a different color. I have two browns that are, well, these don't have to be distress, or they don't have to be the archival, but that's what I'm using, so I don't plan on getting these wet. This one, the first one I used was ground espresso, and this one is vintage photo. Those Distress archival inks are juicy. I think I could even maybe emboss with them if I did it quick enough. And I'll use some fibers in the holes. So I've got a pretty good collection of tags, and like I said, they're some for this journal, but some for the other two I'm going to make also. So I can work on some journal cards, but not in this video because we're just about out of time. I wish that bird showed up better, and I'm not really happy with those splots that I put on there. Can't wash them off now. I'm glad I got that one off his beak. Oh, I think Layla's here. I hear car doors out there, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.